Wonderful to have you with us, and fantastic to be joined by Dr. Katrin. We're going to be speaking to her in just a minute as we talk about the weird and wonderful things our cats are doing. And trust me, the text lines are going off. I just want to do a very quick reminder, though, coming your way after 4:30 today. Your chance to win a pair of tickets and join us for an exclusive screening. House and House and Dubai I 103.8 are teaming up for a night at the movies. We're taking over the biggest screen in the MENA region, the Extreme Screen at Roxy Cinemas, Dubai Hills Mall. So if you're free on Monday, the 5th of August at 8 o'clock, and you are crucially over 15 and want to see Deadpool and Wolverine, stay with us. I'll tell you that question in about 10 minutes. Why does my cat ... We're filling in the blanks today with Dr. Katrin from the German Veterinary Clinic. And text lines are pretty busy, Dr. Katrin. I love the idea. I think of you being like our very own Dr. House when it comes to our feline friends, putting together these behaviours and symptoms and getting to the bottom of it. No name on this one. It says, why do cats chew cardboard and paper? Mine likes to shred it. That sounds fun. What's going on there?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it could be part of that predatory behavior that we were just speaking about. So cats, part of their hunting sequence is obviously to manipulate the thing that they've hunted with their mouths. So it could be part of that. Now, if I'm thinking with my kind of behaviorist head on, chewing non-food items, especially if they are then swallowed, that can be a behavioral abnormality. So that's a behavior that we call pica. I probably wouldn't worry too much unless that's happening. It really is happening that the cat's swallowing the cardboard and the paper, or that it's happening with other things as well, such as rubber or wool or blankets or other types of material. But otherwise, I think it's probably just a part of the kind of the hunting, playing, behavioral sequence. And I would just offer lots and lots of different toys to maybe redirect away from the cardboard and the paper.
I love that I don't know the name of the listener, but I know the name of the cat, Farasha, and I've been sent a photo. And what a beauty. What a beauty. We've had a question here saying, why does my cat meow outside my bedroom all night long, even though she is well fed during the day and stimulated?
So I guess my question would be, is the bedroom door closed? Because if so, the cat's likely meowing to be let into the bedroom so they can snuggle up and sleep in there with you. That's one of the most common causes of nighttime vocalization, is that sort of behavior, attention-seeking kind of company eliciting behavior. If the door's open and the cat's meowing at night, that's a whole different ball game. So then we're kind of going down the realms of investigating nighttime vocalization, which again depends on how old is the cat. Do we have any medical things going on? Cats also are quite active during the night, especially dawn and dusk. They're nighttime hunters. That's when their prey are usually awake and moving around. So it could be just a normal part of their kind of circadian rhythm. So lots of different reasons why. Probably would need a little bit more information to go a bit more in depth on that one.
I think you're going to say the same thing to Alia, who's just been in touch, saying, why does my cat pee on my bed? And then about 5 exclamation marks, which I think are maybe frustration rather than excitement, judging by the content of the message.
I bet. And actually, so peeing outside the litter box is the number one behavior presented to behaviorists for cats. So it's you're not alone there, Alia. A lot of cats have this problem. And again, it can be a number of different reasons. Again, can be medical, can be behavioral. Usually if they're urinating on the bed, if it's a sort of a horizontal surface and they're essentially using the bed instead of the litter box, it's either to do with the fact that they don't particularly like the litter box for some reason. So then it goes down to what does the optimal litter box look like for that particular cat, or that the bed for some reason is just a more attractive toilet, maybe because it's more private, more quiet, there's more space. So again, it's a tricky one, this one. And this is a real sort of veterinary behavior case for sure.
Why does my cat scratch the furniture even though I have scratching posts? Is the short answer just to be annoying, or is there more going on?
Yeah, it's never really just to be annoying. I think there's probably a bit more going on. So scratching is actually one of the behaviors that cats use to mark their territory. So they've got a couple of different behaviors, but scratching is one of them. And they have pheromone pads in between their digits. So they've got like interdigital pheromones. So they're, number one, marking their territory. Number two, it's a really important behavior for cats to kind of keep their nails healthy, to stretch their back muscles. So it has a lot of kind of physical health components as well. But the thing is that once they've scratched on one thing and they've put those pheromones on that thing, the item of furniture in this case, it can be quite difficult to persuade them to go somewhere else, because the object now has their smell on it. It's maybe the texture that they really enjoy. There are definitely things that can be done to transfer from one object to another. But again, it's a little bit more complex, and it involves a couple of steps. So I'm happy to help out further. But in essence, scratching is a completely normal feline behavior, and it just so happens that that particular item of furniture the cat finds really, really great to scratch on, and now their pheromones are all over it, and now it's going to be even more attractive.
Okay, interesting. So, yeah, buy new furniture at your peril. Vivek saying, why does my cat Archie like to hide in small spaces? Let's talk small spaces and high spaces as well. Would you mind unpacking that for us?
Absolutely. And I love Archie, the name. That's so cute. So cats are hiders. Cats, like, one of their sort of coping mechanisms is to hide. And they can either hide in things or under things, or they can also hide in high places. So you'll get individual preferences. Some cats prefer to hide under things or in things. Other cats prefer to hide high or go up high in order to kind of be in a safe place. But yeah, it's really just that. It's all about kind of safety, comfort, being tucked away, being hidden, avoiding stressors, avoiding things that they might be worried about, and sometimes just really nice little snoozy places. If they're hiding a lot, so for a large proportion of the day, and they're not really coming out of their hiding places in order to interact, then I'd be worried that there's something in the environment that they don't like, or that they're concerned about. It could be another cat, it could be the pet dog, it could be the toddler that's all of a sudden started toddling and the cat started becoming fearful of that. But if it's appropriate, and cats sleep a lot, so they sleep between 12 and 16 hours a day, and if they're just kind of tucking themselves away into a little hidey spot or on top of something to rest or to sleep, then that would be completely normal.
All right. No name on this one saying, why does my cat shout in the middle of the night to go out of the house into the building corridor? I mean, maybe they have a secret girlfriend or boyfriend. That was my first thing, just sneaking out to go and get romantic. What?
Yeah. I mean, I think, again, it's part of that whole normal cat behavior thing of wanting to be active during the night hours more than the daytime hours. So you'll see cats sleeping for most of the day, and then they usually get active around kind of dusk, and then they'll be more active at night. So, and sometimes if we have rescue cats that have perhaps been used to a life outdoors, then that's something that they would naturally do. They would, be out and about all night. So it might just be that, looking for that sort of way out to be able to go and do what cats do outside during the night. But yeah, that's likely what it is. I would say, again, part of the normal and sometimes undesired by us humans.
Inconvenient.
Exactly.
Or a secret love interest. Dr. Katrin Jahn is with us today from the German Veterinary Clinic. We have got more why does my cat questions, but there's one that's just come in which is more veterinary, if you don't mind slipping that into the mix. Saying, my cat is turning 2 this year. Do I need to spay my male indoor cat? I just feel sorry for him having to go through the procedure.
Okay, so cats on the whole are normally either castrated, which is for males, or spayed, which is for females. And that has a number of different reasons. The main one, one of them being obviously so that they're not able to reproduce and cause kittens, and there are so many cats and kittens around, but also from a behavioral perspective, so that we know that neutering a cat reduces things like urine marking, roaming, vocalization, mounting behaviors. So all these kind of male sexual behaviors, they reduce them massively, which is why many people elect to get their male cats castrated. From a health point of view, it's not perhaps the same as it would be in dogs, where I would absolutely say from a health point of view, there could be some benefits there as well. But I would. I think that there's probably some kind of frustration that goes along with being an unneutered indoor male cat, because you can't go out and do all the things that a male cat would like to do if he's still intact. So, yeah.
Last question. Actually, I've got two. You can choose which one and choose your favourite.
Okay.
We can either do, why does my cat like to knock things off tables and shelves? or why does my cat suddenly bite me when I'm petting her?
Let's do the bite me one, because I think that's one that maybe more people have questions about. So petting related aggression is kind of the official diagnostic term for it. It's something that I see quite frequently. And it's usually just the cat doesn't like that particular interaction style. So cats can be quite strange in that they come and they solicit attention from us. They actually come and sit on our laps. But physical touch and the way we pet them and where we pet them sometimes isn't to their liking. And that's when they can kind of turn around and either bite or maybe scratch. So having your cat be close to you, but without necessarily touching them, is probably the first thing I would do. So let them choose where they want to be. And if they do solicit touch, then stroke them for 2 or 3 seconds, usually around the head is the sort of preferred area, and then stop and wait and see if they reinitiate. It might be that they don't, and that was all they wanted. And then you don't kind of run into that sort of danger of petting them, and all of a sudden they think, that's too much. And that's when the bite or the scratch might happen.
Dr. Katrin, that was an absolute whistle-stop tour of cat behaviour.
It was.
Crikey. You've got so much more to share on so many more topics. Would you mind sharing your details? I know you do a lot of work. You're in Abu Dhabi, but on Zoom and consultations, and you come down to Dubai. What's the best way of getting in touch with you? And I guess availing of some of the information that you've put together online about these issues and more.
Absolutely. So you can find me in person at the German Veterinary Clinic in Abu Dhabi. I do in-person consultations, but Zoom consultations work really, really well as well. I've got a number of clients in Dubai and all over the world, in fact, that I see virtually. I also have a great podcast called the Pet Behavior Chat. We're up to episode 40 now, and each episode kind of talks about a specific topic of pet behavior. We have some of our clients come on and share their experiences and their journeys with us and with the listeners. You can also find me on Instagram. I also have a purely online business, which is Trinity Veterinary Behavior. We've got a great Instagram presence on there. And we also have a Facebook community called the Pet Behavior community, and people can come on and ask questions about their pet's behavior. So lots of places you can find me, but I would recommend the podcast. There's so much great info on there. And then obviously in person if you have a specific concern.
Amazing. Tell you what, we'll make it even easier. If you want to send me the word pet, I'll send over the Trinity Vet Instagram, Dr. Katrin, because that's got links on there as well, and some really great insights too. Send me the word pet if you want to 4001. You can catch up with Dr. Katrin Yarn there. Message the team, and as you said, if you do have any particularly weird and wonderful cases, I'm sure she'd be delighted to help you sort them out. Dr. Katrin Yarn, thank you as ever. Really, really appreciate your time. It's been enlightening. It really, really has. Happy to help you. 4001 with the word pet, and I will connect you with our expert of the hour. Up next, we might be offering up a whole new world of hobbies or even a career change. That's after the headlines.
Your ARN News.
Good afternoon, I'm Andrew Hosey.